Hello everyone, it's Aaron here from Mecha Alliance with another figure review. Today we're going for pretty small ones from Bandai and a pretty old one as well. So today we have the Robot Damashii side Metal Armor Dragonar-1 from the series Metal Armor Dragonar from way back in the days. The series is basically a real robot series that shares a lot of similarity with Gundams, where teenagers got their hands on secret weapons, so they're giant mechas called metal armor. And the Dragonar-1 is the main character's metal armor. So let's take a look at this beautiful figure. So here we have the Dragonar-1 design. So the actual original design, it wasn't this slim and thin and dynamic. The original one is way more bulkier in the arm segments, the calves segments, and the body as well. So it's pretty different from this one. This one is actually a custom version. So Dragonar-1 custom version, redesigned by Masami Obari to make it look more dynamic and more curvy and such. Well, everyone's got their preferences, but yeah, I actually prefers this version better because it looks slim and very sleek design, and yeah, it's way more awesome. It looks more agile than the other anime version of the Dragonar. Let's take a look at the box itself. So here's the box for the Dragonar-1. So it's got Dragonar-1 custom. This is the logo for the Metal Armor Dragonar. So there are two series shares the same name, Dragonar. So when you search for it, make sure you say Metal Armor, or if not, it's gonna be a way different anime. So this is the number 169 in the Robot Spirits line inside Metal Armor. So the Dragonar-1 and the Dragonar-2 is normal release, but everything else is premium Bandai. So the Dragonar-3, the Falcon, and even one of the General's mechas they're all P Bandai. So here's some pictures of it with some cool gimmicks, guns and knives and such. So this is really reminiscent of the Eyeless Strike Gundam, with like with the combat knives, the beam guns, and the backpack as well. So let's take a look at the accessories. It's got. So this is how the trade looks like. I took the figures out to check if there's any problem. So this is how the figures looks. So this too is the beam sabers. This is the replacement V-fin for the Dragonar-1. This two here is the beam saber handles. So like this one, this is one of the beam sabers handles. Beam saber handles that is connected together, so just like the Freedom Gundam or Justice Gundam, where they can connect the two beam sabers together and make a really long sword. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interchangeable hands. So one is the holding hand for the beam sabers, one is the trigger finger hands for the guns, and one is the open palm for dynamic poses. We have two stance adapter, the shield, and the guns. So on this thing, so you can see the backpack is actually detachable. So you can actually detach it and leave it look like this if you want. But if you leave it look like this, then the back's gonna look a little bit weird. So I suggest we just, like pop it up. Let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. First, let's get the backpack out of the way. The backpack wings can fold down like that. Really cool features that I wish the Atlas Strike got these. So let's just take this one out for easier. The head can look up quite far, really far. Look down quite a lot. And of course, you got rotation all the way through. But just be careful not to get stuck on the armor on the neck, because it might be popping up the heads. Shoulders armor is on a separate hinge joint. So in here, there's a separate hinge joint for the armor, the shoulder armor, and you can pretty much got all range movement with this, so all the way around, really high up, like that, really high up. Regretfully, it's only a single jointed elbow. It's a little bit tight. It's only got this much movement. A swivel, and the fist is on the ball joint, like here. The torso can crunch back quite a bit and go back quite a lot as well, so pretty okay. A little bit of side to side, and of course rotations all the way. Really nice. So because there's a ball joint at the base of the hips right there, so that's the base. There's a ball joint, and in the torso, in the chest part, is a hinge joint. For the legs, yeah, this guy has no movable skirts, so there's no skirt movement. For the legs, you can kick it up quite far, like that much, and kick back quite a lot as well. I really like figures that have, like a lot of room for leg movement, so that you can kick all kinds of poses you want. Regretfully, it's only split this much. It actually can split more, but the armor get in the way, so this is the limit. Rotation at the legs, single jointed knee. The shin armor is on the ball joint, so really flexible. Leg is also on the ball joint, so really nice pivot. Rotate all around, and yeah, the legs is pretty okay. So the Dragonar-1 actually has an asymmetrical design. So the two shoulders are actually different, which I kind of like a lot, and the skirt as well. So we got a little small shield right here, and here is where you store two beam sabers. So two beam sabers is stored on the same side, which actually gives it a little bit of a unique point, because most of the other mechs usually store one beam saber on each side. So just to store the beam saber, just need to slot it into the designated slot, and that's all. Pretty easy. Now let's connect the backpack back together. Just need to line up all the pegs and push it in. So the colors for the Dragonar-1 is pretty nice, with all these stripes on white and a little bit of yellow to make the color pop. So it kind of looks like a race car to me, which is a really good color to fit this unit. Well, it's 4 main characters units, so it's no wonder that they want to make it stand out. Let's take a look at the accessory that it's got as well. Here we have the guns. So this one is actually I'm not really sure if it's a beam gatling gun, beam automatic guns, or a conventional bullets kind of thing. But in the anime, it's like shoots lots of bullets. I think it's a energy type of beam guns, but it's got an automatic kind of thing. Because here we got, you see the barrels with this is the magazines for the guns. When they store those magazines on the arms, so these ones are the guns magazines. Too bad you can't detach it to equip it here, because like they're the different size. But it's nice that they gave us the gimmick to show that. Here's the shield for D1, painted really nicely. And there's a handle at the back here where you can get the hands to hold on to the handle with the holding hands. It's pretty standard stuff. It's pretty hard to get the beam sabers out because it's slotted in pretty much. So the beam sabers is clear yellow kind of color. So on the camera it might look a little bit green, but yeah, it's kind of banana yellow kind of color. So just easy slot it into one of these and you're good to go. And that's pretty much all we had to concern about with the Dragonar-1. In my opinion, it is a very, very good figures. It's got a nice, okay weight to it. The painting and sculpting is superior, of course, very spectacular, thanks to Obari redesigning and the perfect paint job from Bandai. Nice gimmick to have as well on the backpack, as well as various others like the knives on the back of the feet, and all the articulation that it got going for it as well. So if you're a fan of the Obari and Dragonar and this kind of design in particular, this is a must-have for you. There is a bigger with more die-cast version. It's called Soul Spec. So it's up to you whether you want to get it or not. This one is a really small figure, so it's not that big. So it's like high grade size for normal Gundams, like 1144. But it's a nice toy to have in your collection. It's relatively cheap as well, so it's a really good investment. So overall, I will rate this piece 8/10. The only flaw that it has is the splits, because the side armors, the side skirt armor doesn't move, so it cannot split much. Everything else is pretty much perfect. I have no complaints about it. So it's a really good figures by Bandai. This is Aaron from Mecha Alliance signing out.